So good. Okay. So good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for joining me today for this health teaching session. So my name is Erica Katindig, and I will be facilitating our discussion this afternoon. So today, I will be focusing on the various aspect of breast cancer, and uh, this include the preventive measures, signs and symptoms, and the early prevention, and also the other topics that I provided for you. So our goal is to equip you with valuable information and practical tips to help you lead a healthier lifestyle. So, throughout our time together, we will explore the key concept and discuss the common challenges of the breast cancers. And this session is designed to be interactive. So please feel free to ask question or share your experiences and participate in this discussion. So before we begin, I want to emphasize that health is a journey, and we are all here to support each other along the way. So let's dive in and make the most of our time together. So without further ado, let's get started um with the presentation that you requested me to teach and give you a lot of information about this. So, um, so now this afternoon, I'm going to um, teach or give you a lot of information and give to gain you a lot of knowledge about the various aspect of breast cancer. So, what is breast cancer? So, breast cancer is a disease characterized by abnormal growth of breast cells, typically starting in the ducts or lobules. It can spread outside the breast through blood and lymph vessels, and when it metastasizes to other parts of the body, it is considered a malignancy. So, ma'am, ano nga po ba ang malignancy? So, ang malignancy is a cancerous cells na siya yung nagpo-produce ng cancerous cells, and it will lead you to have a cancer because um ang cancerous cells po kasi is hindi lang siya kumakalat in just one side, but also it will spread out throughout your body. So for this slide, can I ask you, ma, if you have idea about the breast cancer? Just give me the ano lang, ma. Just give me
wala naman akong idea eh. Wala akong idea na magkakaroon ako ng wala naman sign basta siya nakapako lamang siya.
Mm.
Nakapako lang siya sa aking breast.
Mm.
Ngayon, nung makapako, I go to the doctor with the checkup.
So parang wala po kayong past health history about breast cancer from your mother's side and father's side?
No.
Oh, okay. So for the second slide, ma'am, we have the risk factors of breast cancer. So, what are the risk factors of breast cancer? So we have four risk factors of breast cancer, and it includes the significantly higher risk, moderately higher risk, slightly higher risk, and last one is the low risk. So for the significantly higher risk, uh, parang ang nagiging case po dito is from your history and as well as your age. Parang you can have the breast cancer whether if it's in your age or your history. So for history and direct family history, it is the same since, but the one thing is that history is from parang yung history like from your ninuno. From your ninuno, meron na silang health history na uh what you call this, breast cancer. So it also in the age as well. So from the second one, the moderately higher risk, it says that direct family history. So this is what I say. The history is from your ninuno until up until now. But from the direct family history, siya yung parang from your mother's side and from your father's side. Parang umiikot lang yun sa family nyo. And the second one is having a male blood relative with breast cancer. So, parang ayun din yung isang risk factor niya for the moderately higher risk. Isa din yun sa risk factors kung bakit nagkaroon ka rin ng breast cancer. The third one is genetics. So, when we say genetics, parang pasa-pasa yan. It's the same. Kaya it's the same from the history and direct family history. It's genetic. When we say genetics, it's like from your ninuno, parang nagpapasa-pasa na yung disease na yon. So parang um it's like what they call this, parang for example, you have a sister who has breast cancer, and then parang mapapasa siya from her to you since it is a genetics. So kumbaga wala kang kawala when it comes to genetics since it's a history na from your family and also from the background of your family. And the fourth one is breast lesions. So when we say breast lesions, parang meron siyang lumps. That's what you said. The lumps na nakapa mo from your right breast. Ayun yun, breast lesions. It includes the lumps, the and then an unnecessary condition from your breast. So the third risk factors we have from breast cancer is slightly higher risk. It includes the distant family history from sa parang malalayo na, kumbaga, previous abnormal breast, having dense breast, age at childbirth, early menstruation, weight, excessive radiation, other cancer in the family, heritage, alcohol, race, and hormone replacement therapy. So that's the uh, risk factor of slightly higher risk. So hindi lang siya from your distant family history, but also it also includes your healthy lifestyle. So if you don't have a good healthy lifestyle and you don't have a self-care, uh you there's a possible that you will have a breast cancer, especially when it comes to age at childbirth and having the other cancer in the family. So parang mas possible yon when you have other cancer, when one of your family or your family has a history, parang it actually possible na magkaroon ka ng breast cancer. And then the fourth the risk factors we have is low risk, and we have just one factor about that, and it is a less lifetime exposure to endogenous estrogen. So for our uh, 3rd. Okay. For our preventive measures, so ma'am, you should listen to this one since this one is for you na. So breast cancer prevention involves reducing risk factors and promoting healthy lifestyle choices. So key strategies include maintaining a health weight, engaging in regular exercise activity, limiting alcohol intake, avoiding smoking, breastfeeding, and following the following screening guidelines. So genetic testing and counseling can be considered for those history of breast cancer or carry genetic mutations. A balanced diet rich in fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins is recommended as well, along with avoiding hormone therapy for menopausal symptoms, limiting exposure to environmental pollutants and chemicals linked to breast cancer is also crucial. Is also crucial. And lastly of the preventive measures, we have regular checkups with healthcare providers are essential for early detection and timely intervention. So, ma'am, to have a preventive measure, you must have a healthy lifestyle since ang ang cancer po ay hindi lang naman about uh hindi lang siya about our genes or the health history of your family, but also it happens then when you don't have a healthy lifestyle. So like if you are having drinking alcohol or avoiding um a record of smoking, and then like you kumakain ka po ng mga food na hindi nararapat for you. It's like it's unhealthy food. So we to prevent that, we should have a healthy lifestyle, and as well as you should engage in regular exercise activity, just like walking, not just the heavy one, but just as long as you do the regular exercise activity is okay. And um also and also you should have a rich fruits and whole grains and proteins, since it is one of the recommended from your not from the research, but also it is recommended of all the doctors, since it is to prevent the breast cancer. So, ma'am, do you have any question or any experiences that you are like you have experienced this past few days, or like in the past slide of my presentation, do you have any question about it?
Wala namang question eh. Basta,
As like parang ang gusto nyo lang po ay talaga magkaroon ng knowledge, and um parang mas mag-gain pa yung knowledge and information nyo. So that's why you don't have question.
no, I have question. At
Uh,
ako may nagwa-walking every morning.
So if you don't have question, ma'am, you should listen to me and pay attention to my teaching, so you will know about the breast cancer, not just the idea, but also the information, the important information. So now let's go here in early detection of breast cancer. um, the most common tests to detect breast cancer are screening mammograms and clinical breast examination. So, screening tests are used to find breast cancer in a person without warning signs or symptoms. So, mama, like it is usually happen. It is common ang mammogram to um common ang mammogram to um when it comes to early detection of breast cancer. So, hindi siya agad from the biopsy, just like what you do, right? So, ang most common test to detect the breast cancer is mammograms if there is no signs and symptoms. Since yung in your case, ma'am, is you have signs and symptoms na. So that's why you do the biopsy, not the um not not the mammogram. So for the next slide, so here is our types of breast cancer. We have a lot of types of breast cancer. So we have DCIS, which we call ductal carcinoma in situ. And we have IDC, invasive ductal carcinoma. And it happens to you, ma'am. It's the, I, I read nabasa ko sa result mo that you have IDC, which is the invasive one. So that's why the doctor said to you that you have to remove your breast right away since it is an invasive. So ang mangyayari niyan is magi-spread lalo yung cancerous cells if hindi mare-remove yung breast mo right away. So the third one is LCIS, lobular carcinoma in situ. The another one is ILC, invasive lobular cancer, and the fifth one, triple negative breast cancer. We called it TNBC, and the sixth one, the following one is IBC, inflammatory breast cancer. So we have 9 that is a common types of breast cancer. It not really common, but kasama pa rin siya in when we when we call it in the type of breast cancer. So it is a metastatic breast cancer. Breast cancer during pregnancy. Possible kasi na magkaroon ka ng breast cancer during pregnancy since nagkakaroon nga ng breastfeeding. So, usually it happens to breastfeed mom. So, medullary carcinoma, tubular carcinoma, mucinous carcinoma, or colloid, Paget's disease of Paget disease, metaplastic breast, phyllodes tumor, and angiosarcoma of the breast. That's the type of breast cancer. But I will tell you something that the common one is the one that I tell you about it, the DCIS, IDC, LCIS, ILC, TNBC, and um, TNBC and IBC. So, for the next slide, we have signs and symptoms of breast cancer. So you should pay attention in this, mom. So in the signs and symptoms of breast cancer, there is the possible one is a breast lump or thickened area of skin that feels different from the surrounding tissue. That's the that's your case, mom, since you have a breast lump. You just palpate it and then you found out that you have a breast lump. The second one is a nipple that looks flattened or turns inward. Third is changes in the color of breast skin in people with white skin or in people in white skin. The breast skin may look pink or red. So in people with brown and black skin, the breast skin may look darker than the other skin on the chest, or it may look red or purple. So the port one that we have in signs and symptoms is change in the size, shape, or appearance to the skin over the breast, just as skin that looks dimpled or looks like peeling, scaling, crusting, or flaking of the skin on the breast. That's the 5 signs of symptoms of breast cancers. This is that's the common, but meron pa po kasing there are different types of signs and symptoms, but this 5 is the common one. Okay, for the diagnostic procedures. So we have 4 diagnostic procedures here. Breast ultrasound, diagnostic mammograms, breast magnetic resonance imaging, or we called it MRI when we are in the hospital to make it short. And lastly, the biopsy. That's the one that your doctor tell you to do that activity, which is the biopsy. Biopsy is to know if you have cancer, right? If you have a cancer, that's one of the diagnostic procedures, which is better, which is better, and we you will know that you have a cancer right after uh that activity. So, staging of breast cancer. So, ma'am, do you familiar po ba kayo na merong 5 stages of cancer? Like stage 1, stage 2,
My
familiar po ba?
sister, my
Yes.
sister,
Um, your sister?
yes.
So your sister has I mean ma'am, if you have familiar, like, if alam niyo po ba na merong stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 ang breast cancer?
Pero hindi siya breast, sa ano siya, sa sa matres.
Sa mattress. But so wala po kayong idea about the staging of breast cancer?
No.
So, in staging of breast cancer, there are 5 stages of breast cancer, ma'am, including 0 through to 4, written as 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The higher the number, the more the cancer has spread. The cancer is staged when you are first diagnosed. So, for example, you have a stage 4 cancer. That means the cancerous cells in your breast has spread truly. Since and if you have a stage 3, that means it's not that really danger. It's in a danger way, but not that really danger, just like the stage 4. And then the stage 2, it means that the stage 2, parang doon na nagsisimula mag-ano yon, doon na nagsisimula mag-spread yung cancerous cells mo, if wala ka pang if you don't have idea na meron ka pang cancer. But for the stage 1, it's like slightly risk lang, since parang sa stage 1 nag-occur na dun yung cancerous cells, but um yung process niya, yung cancer cells, yung pag-process niya for spread is ano siya, hindi siya agad-agad na katulad ng stage 3 and 4. And for the stage 0, or it's like a signs and symptoms pa lang naman, and then but you have to uh if you have to go to your doctor and check about it. So treatment
Yes.
option of breast cancer. So breast cancer treatment option vary based on the type and stage of cancer, individual preferences, and overall health. Main treatment modalities include surgery, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, targeted therapy, immunotherapy, and clinical trials. That's the treatment option of the breast cancer. But in your case, uh, it is a surgery, since it is since you need to since kailangan nyo po na maoperahan right away para hindi agad mag-spread yung cancer cells in your uh, parang hindi madamay yung another breast. So parang the doctors tell you that you should remove your right breast right away. So hormonal therapy blocks or hormones that fuel breast cancer target breast cancer. Targeted therapy targets skin specific characteristic while stimulates the immune system and attack cancer cells. So it is offer access to new treatment therapies. So this one is the one you should pay attention to this, ma'am, since it is a surgery involves. There are lumpectomy, mastectomy, and a lymph node biopsy to remove tumors and preserve breast tissue. Since uh the first one, the first one is you have a mastectomy. So mastectomy is one of the surgery used for the treatment option of breast cancer. So radiation therapy uses high energy beams to target cancer cells, while chemotherapy administers anti-cancer drugs to kill or shrink tumors. So, what are the red flags of breast cancer? So we have six red flags of breast cancer. It includes lump or thickening, changes in skin texture, breast pain, change in breast size or shape, nipple changes, and swelling. So, paano po ba natin ma-maintain ang mga red flags na ito? So, the first one, we should have a breast examination. Like self-examination, you should have self breast examination it depends, like every two like every once in every month or once in every week. It is still okay naman to make it still aware pa rin na if may nangyayari ba sa breast mo, since you are already have an surgery. So the one of the red flags of breast cancer is also that one, the breast pain and swelling. So in your case naman, you should maintain your operated your breast right breast. uh I-maintain nyo po na wala sa isa nito ang wala sa isa nito ang inyong maramdaman, para because it is the signs that you have a cancer. So to maintain your